Hey there, fellow business owner. Are you running your business entirely on your own? You manage all the projects, handle all of your team's questions and comments, put out the daily fires, all while trying to brainstorm new ways to make your business better and drive even more revenue? Not to mention, you have to come up with that next big idea that will push the needle forward and somehow scale your business even more. All of it is resting on your shoulders. Do you ever wish you had another version of yourself in your business? Someone who could take ownership of higher level tasks, talk business strategy with you, be that accountability buddy, and be just as in it and excited as you for that big launch next week? After working with over 40 plus online business owners, I know you did not start a business just to spend all of your time answering your team's questions, delegating tasks, keeping track of projects, and creating back-end systems to automate as much as possible. You started a business probably because you have a message or a product that you need and want to share with the world, but deep down, your gut feeling is telling you something or someone is missing from the puzzle. Well, you are in the right place, my friend. I want to introduce you to your missing piece, a digital business manager. For the past 5 years, I have been that go-to planning, accountability, systems, team wrangler gal for 5, 6, and 7-figure CEOs. I help CEOs manage their businesses from hiring to firing, scaling from 4 to 6 figures, and managing 0 to 3,000 plus students in their courses and products. And during this time, I realized that even the most successful CEOs couldn't, and frankly don't want to, have to do it all in their business. They need that reliable, knowledgeable, higher level partner by their side that is ready to take on new challenges, failures, learning processes, and ultimately successes with them. And that is why after 4 years of working as a digital business manager, I created my training program, Digital Business Manager Bootcamp, to train other freelancers in the same exact tools and skills that I learned over the past 5 years as a DBM, so they can step up and be your next behind the scenes miracle worker, if you will. So if that all sounds interesting, your curiosity is piqued, your ear is ringing, awesome. We'll talk about that exactly in this video. We'll talk about what exactly a DBM is, what they can do for your business to make your life easier, why you absolutely need one if you want to be able to scale that business and not burn out in the process, and how and where to find one in this video. Hey, my name is Deya, freelancer, digital business manager, and most recently an entrepreneur. And as always, you can find my sections on the play bar below if you want to skip to a certain part of the video. Your time is precious, take what you need, and if you want to watch this on 2x, I will not be offended in the least. There's a little button to do that on the bottom right corner. Okay, let's dive straight into the video. So first things first, what exactly is a digital business manager? So a digital business manager, aka your DBM, is that right-hand person who's in charge of handling all the behind-the-scenes day-to-day operations of your business so you can get back to focusing on what you're meant to be focusing on, your zone of genius, whatever that may be. Even when an A++ team backs you, you still need that extra higher level managerial person to handle the big picture, time-consuming management essential aspects. And that's very important because as you start to collect contractors and freelancers, you'll find that more and more of your time ends up managing that team and making sure they have everything that they need to do their jobs really, really well. So a DBM can be that great person to come in and buffer that and be that team manager along with a few other things that we'll talk about here. So things like managing your fantastic team, holding you accountable, adding a different perspective, so all of the virtual pieces fall into that right place. And hiring a digital business manager gives you really that space you need from the day-to-day operations, like the day-to-day running, right? So you can get back to focusing on why you started your business in the first place. So what exactly does a digital business manager even do? So a digital business manager specializes in 3 areas of online business. Number 1, project management, 2, team management, and 3, systems or operations management. So let's talk briefly about each one. In project management, a DBM is the person that can organize and oversee all the components of a project, and really your business just composes of lots of little projects, things you want to get done. And what happens when there's no project management? Projects don't get done. Projects don't get done within budget. They don't get done within any sort of timeline. Projects drag out forever and ever and just sit in that in progress status forever, right? Or you and your team have no clarity on what is happening or what needs to happen to ensure everything is completed properly. And I know, as much as I hate to be vague, pretty much everything going on in your business can count as a project. Really, a project is anything that you want to get done that has a goal to it. And all of those things can be managed by a digital business manager. So here are a few examples that things that a DBM can take off your plate. Projects like creating a new course, preparing for an upcoming launch, preparing for a book launch, preparing preparing for a joint venture, all of it, you name it, it is probably, most definitely, I would say, a project. And the thing with projects is there always has to be someone to manage them, to keep track of them. Not just people doing the tasks within the project, but somebody overseeing that. And until then, that person has most likely been you, taking the digital reins and riding into that pixelated sunset, trying to keep everybody on the same page. And because of that, you have probably realized that project management it can be a time-consuming, stressful, and tedious task. And that is why DBMs are so great. They can come in because that is normally the first and most urgent area an online business needs help with. They can step in and they can start taking over the reins of different projects that you're ready for somebody else to be in charge of. So here are a few examples of things they can do under project. They can create cost, timeline, risk estimations. They can develop and project plan the pre-launch, the launch, and post-launch of a new project. They can liaise and host check-in calls with the team during a project, fun stuff like that. They can also help with auditing and maintaining online courses, managing content production and output processes for your different content channels. They can handle PR and JV brand sponsorships. A DBM can assist with or completely take over all of these tasks so you can sit back, relax, and focus on the priority tasks that require your unique attention. 2, team management. So do you ever have a "how is it already 3 p.m. I have done nothing but help everyone else" kind of day? Well, this is exactly where a DBM skills and team management can come into play. So there are, broadly speaking, 2 areas of team management when DBMs can really come in clutch. Number 1, hiring and training new team members. So if you have been urgently needing a new virtual assistant or copywriter or anything, DBM can handle that entire process, and they can also manage your current team members. For hiring purposes, a DBM can develop an onboarding and training system for new team members, create an application form, interview potential candidates, shortlist the best people for you to review. And for long-term team management, DBM can help you with managing the day-to-day of a remote team, making sure everyone is happy, running and managing an internship program, creating and implementing a clear communication strategy for the team. So instead of spending your day answering everyone's questions, planning fun team activities, and keeping a positive team culture, the DBM is the one that can be in charge of that. And it is, I know, it's a lot of work. If you've been doing it so far, you know how much work it is. The DBM is essentially the buffer between you and the team and protects you, your mental energy, and your time. They become the go-to person for questions, concerns for your team. Third one, systems or operations management. So let's play a game. Have you ever spent 2 hours looking for one file, or lost an important document for a customer or client, or explained how to do a task over 10 times to the same team member? So raise your hand. You are not alone. Every business owner does it, which is why DBMs are specifically trained also in operations management. Basically what that means is it revolves around the automation and operations of your online business, how things get done, all the little wheels that need to turn to crank that big business machine. These organizational tools don't seem urgent until it's too late, and it's really the best foundation you can lay for your business is to get set up with those tools ASAP. So systems management includes tasks like creating standard operating procedures for a business so you can actually take a vacation and not worry about your business falling apart, setting up and maintaining a customer relationship management tool, setting up automation tools like Zapier, tracking and reporting weekly and monthly metrics, giving reports on what's going on. No more worrying about all the housekeeping you should be doing for your business. A DBM keeps the behind the scenes of your business in tip-top shape so you can get back to the main stage. So the number one reason a business needs a DBM is for scaling. Reality check here is you cannot scale your business honestly without someone else at your side. There is only one of you. You have a very limited, not just amount of time, but also mental energy. Like as I started my own business, I really realized how limited my mental energy was, and I couldn't handle taking on every single tiny aspect of my business. You really need that other person who is on your side, who is on that high level, overseeing as well, so that you can let some of those things go and not feel them clogging up your mind and keeping you from doing the things that you should be working on. So DBM helps a business scale by handling the day-to-day so you can focus on more significant projects, profit-generating projects that will actually help move the needle in your business. They are super invested in your business, so they're always spotting new ways to improve it. They can make optimization tweaks. They can help with brainstorming ideas, moving on from failures or mistakes, and of course, celebrating the wins with you. If there's anything I learned in the past 5 years of working with various CEOs from all areas, all revenue levels, all industries, is they all face the same fundamental core issues, many of them mindset issues. And if you feel like you are facing everything in your business alone, that's because, when you start as a solopreneur, you tend to be the only person in your business. So a DBM is there to help you take on the good, the bad, the OMG, why is this happening to me? The OMG, I'm a rock star, yay, all of those moments. So at this point, you might have an inkling like, ooh, this sounds interesting. Maybe I need to hire a DBM, but realistically, what will happen to you if you do? Will there be any work left for you? And is that your dream or your nightmare? I have met both types of business owners. So there are a ton of benefits. Honestly, unbiasedly, there are tons of benefits that come from hiring a DBM, but there are, for starters, the day-to-day benefits, right? Number one, being able to take a real vacation for once because somebody else knows how your business runs and can help you run it while you take a vacation. That is music to every entrepreneur's ears, I think. Two, you're not stuck in Slack and emails every second of every day because the team has somebody else they can go to. And you know how to turn your big ideas into actionable plans for real this time because they are going to help you project plan out every single big, overwhelming, terrifying idea that you have that you secretly keep on your ideas list. They can break that down and make it actionable and hold you accountable to actually get it done. And of course, long-term benefits, someone who can give you crucial feedback on what is working and what isn't working in your business from a real life person, not, that voice in your head that tells you everything that you're doing wrong. Another perspective on how to set up systems to make your business run more smoothly so that you, don't run into those tech snafus. And of course, a super cool sidekick that swoops in to save the day and encourages you a little bit extra on the bad ones. And the biggest plus, biggest benefit is just having another person there to take ownership for your business as much as you are. They're right there in it with you, which I can't describe enough how different that is to delegating to somebody, because when you delegate a task to somebody, it's still taking up space in your head. You still have to keep track of it. You still have to make sure they're doing it. But when you have a DBM, you're giving them ownership and they're going to keep track of it. So you can let go of it because you know somebody you trust is handling the situation. The number one priority of a digital business manager is to make your life easier as the business owner. So it's time. I'm giving you permission. You don't have to face everything alone when you hire a DBM. So when exactly should you hire a DBM? Is it the right time right now for you to hire a DBM? First, here's a little checklist. We're going to pull it up. How to know if you need to hire a DBM. Follow along. You can raise your hand, whichever one sounds like it's ringing true for you. 1, you are ready to scale your business by hiring, but you just don't have the time or the desire to set up and implement a hiring process. You already have a small team, but you spend hours a day answering questions, explaining the same things over and over, and playing that firefighter role. You tell yourself, I didn't get enough done today, every day before you go to sleep. You still can't find that missing file that we talked about earlier. Your grand ideas are sitting in a notebook, rotting away because you don't have enough help to get things done in an actionable, systematic, step-by-step way. You are tired all the time and starting to feel a little bit burnt out because you can't even imagine how you would take a vacation. Your brain is air fried. You aren't sure what is exactly next for your business, and you really don't have enough time, mental space, or caffeine to figure it out for yourself. If you checked any of these boxes above, I'm happy to announce it might be time to start thinking about hiring a digital business manager. Eventually, every single business owner that wants to scale their business will need a DBM. You can only do it all if you have someone who can also do it all with you alongside you. So, if you are ready to begin thinking about taking the next step and hiring a DBM, first off, congratulations. This is a very exciting move for you and your business. Second, you might be thinking, what now? So I'm going to give you 2 easy options. The first one is to contact someone from our DBM members directory. It's completely free. The second one is to use our free hiring a DBM form. So option 1 is to contact someone from our DBM members directory. This is completely free. Our DBMs are trained in project team and systems management, digital business basics, and finance basics through my course DBM Bootcamp. These digital business managers not only completed the DBM Bootcamp fully, but their 3 capstone projects for the 3 core skills I talked about have been vetted by our capstone coaches as well. We only grant official course completion certificates to those that have completed their projects up to our standards. So safe to say, they're pretty dang good at their jobs. I highly recommend anyone listed in our directory. I will leave a link below. It's free. You can browse, you can check out what their specializations are, and just reach out directly to a DBM that seems like they fit your needs. The second thing you can do is submit a job to our free hiring form. It'll get sent straight into our community where DBMs will reach out to you to apply for your jobs if they're a fit. So definitely a good option there as well. It's also linked below. You'll find the 2 options on our website, either the members directory of people that have submitted their capstone project, or you can just submit one via our form and it'll go into our Slack community of all students who are currently active in our community. And yeah, they'll reach out. It's lots of fun. Alternatively, you can of course also share your job in relevant Facebook groups or post it to traditional places like LinkedIn, Indeed, that kind of stuff. So yeah, those are a few options of where to begin looking and where to begin sourcing awesome digital business managers. Again, I'm linking all of that down below. It's free if you want to hire someone from DBM Bootcamp that has been through my training. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate, pop them below, and I will see you in the next one.